explode trying to load Roll20 right now.
All right. Well, we're recording now, and we're all back. It's been about a month again, right? We're on our month schedule of getting in here and seeing if we can remember what happened when. Let's see. Okay, that's doing something weird. I'll do that later. Hi. Let's see. You guys got back to Bark Hollow. You went and the last session was just exposition, and people were getting sleepy. So you guys went and talked to Fablin, let him know what happened in Arcove. He basically told you guys the slew of requests and red flags that they've received about shit going on around the continent. You guys were asking questions. You asked about the other relics and found out that they enlisted the help of someone else to start returning them because they didn't know when you guys would be back. And you found out it was everyone's good old buddy Quentin. As what happens when Quentin shows up, you guys got into a pissing contest, dick measuring contest, and then you found out that Jemson. Oh wait, you guys went to go see Jemson. He wasn't there. Yep. You tried to break into his study and decided that wasn't a good idea. Yeah, he had been dispatched to a essentially a giant library to try to get a bunch of information on things that were happening, things they needed, and things they could do to better protect the estate. You had about 5 days to just kind of hang out and do things that you wanted to, that you needed to do, if you just wanted to rest, if you wanted to go anywhere. Steven, I know, did some soul searching, and then he just kind of helped protect the grounds with Handsome. Karzis, I'm sure, was just taking in notes on everything surface world related. He went with, he went and spoke to Handsome. Handsome showed him a secret place. After he showed him or was it a pond or a pool that Karzis could just submerge himself into and feel kind of back at home.
At the trough.
In the better than the trough. Exactly. Nigel, what did Nigel do? I don't remember.
I don't
Stalk
really
Quentin for 5 days.
Yeah,
I looked around.
Yeah, you were stalking Quentin for sure.
Yeah, I talked some shit to Quentin. I looked for a gun, couldn't find one. And then
oh yeah, you guys found that Ellie was gone.
Yep, Ellie disappeared.
Some family business to take care of.
Oh, did we finish putting Maynard back together?
No,
Maynard we didn't put him back together. We collected all his stuff and put it in the middle of the Ellie's shop.
Okay.
Yeah, so he just kind of did Adam's family thing, communication with you guys. And we went through some things on the side, and Karzis of what the secret place was. Callista did some stuff inquiring about a prosthetic and the harness that Nigel had commissioned from the smiths of Bark Hollow so many moons ago. And then she decided that she wanted to go ask Handsome a question about so we're gonna do that in game really quick, and then Og, if you want to do your questioning as well to get to know your buddy a little bit, then we can do that quickly as well. So we'll do this really quick, and then when we left off last time, it was to say that Jemson had returned, and then you guys were going to go see him to ask him a bunch of questions. So well, I guess Callista or Og, who wants to ask their questions first?
Go first.
Go for it. Okay, so you go to seek out Handsome. Do you have, wait, I can't remember, because we talked about the prosthetic, you trying to find a prosthetic. Have you commissioned that from the Smiths yet, or are you still undecided at this point in our
as soon as you said that the Smiths could make me a basic prosthetic, I would have let's go ahead and make this prosthetic so I can at least start learning to walk on it and get adjusted to it.
Gotcha. I think I rolled for the harness and not the prosthetic. Yeah, nice prosthetic. It's good. Anything in particular you want it made out of? You just want a nice, sturdy wooden you want something metallic?
I need something that's going to be fireproof.
I don't know if proof. Let's go
Fire
metallic because
resistant?
that'll be worse than metal, some sort of mineral.
Like
will be
hardened
better
ceramic
than
or
wood.
hardened clay with metal bits. Like, I don't know.
Clay with metal bits.
I
That
don't
just
know.
seems like a claymore waiting to happen.
I mean,
It's gonna explode and just shoot shit out of everyone.
It very
maybe the
kinda-
skeleton is metal, but it's got hardened glazed like clay over it. So if when I do catch on fire, it explodes outwards.
It's a wonderful. Oh, okay. Yeah.
like
We'll find a way to weaponize it. I'm sure you will. Yeah, you've got your leg. You're getting used to it. I'll say you've had it for probably about a day. And after your escapades the previous night, the previous day, when you were trying to figure things out, you decided to go seek out Handsome and see if he knew anything. So we can do that. Handsome, you find him kind of where he normally is. He's during the day, at least from when you guys have been around, he's by his mother. He's by the bark hollow tree.
Handsome, do you have a moment to speak with me?
Oh yeah, hi Calista.
Hi, Handsome. You know, I was hoping that you could
You
help me.
have 2 legs now.
I do. Do you like the new one?
I really do. It's not as nice as your real one, but
Yeah.
it looks like you can walk now.
It's a lot better than no legs. So I'm pretty happy
Yeah.
about that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think so I've got this staff here and you can see on it there's a part that's damaged, that's cracked. Do you think you would know anything about this staff, or that maybe Mother could help make the staff better, whole again?
We could see if she could help anything. She can do a lot of stuff. I could ask her for you.
Would love that if you wouldn't mind.
Oh no, not at all. This isn't anything bad, is it?
I don't think so. It was something I found and I was using it to help me walk, but it seems like it might be kind of powerful. So tell Mother to be careful.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he just leads you over to the backside of the tree. And this thing is the backside, the good side.
Ew.
And this thing is fucking gigantic, so it takes a little bit to like kind of get all the way around to the back. And he says, okay, just in case it's anything bad, we can do it back here. Can I have it?
Sure. And I hand him the staff.
Okay. Yeah, he takes it and he's kind of looking at it. And he's like, putting it around his hands, and he's like, this is really pretty, except for that part. I don't know what happened there. And he's like touching it, like just inspecting it, doing all this stuff. Like just weird, druid shit. Baby, there's a baby in there. Hi.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
There you go.
Yeah, he's super pregnant.
That's awesome. I love it. Yeah, get as many of those kicks and
Yep.
everything that you can. That's the stuff that I miss. Just
Bigger than
feeling
my
them wiggling
dick.
around in there. I know. Oh, I know. Well, I'm excited for you guys. All righty.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Going
Baby
around
threw
back
off
of
my
the
train of
tree.
thought. Yeah, he's just like doing like, things that you would expect Handsome to do. He's smelling it, like he licks a part of it just to like get all of his senses involved. He listens to it, just Handsome stuff. He's a druid. They do these things. And he let's say after he licks it and he just kind of focuses for a second, he goes, oh yeah. Yeah, there's something in here. There's a lot. There's a lot. This is really old. I don't even know if where'd you find this?
We were running away from someone bad, and I grabbed it at the last minute to help me get out of there. Just trying to get away with my one leg. It was under the water.
Yeah. Oh, it's underwater.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if wood doesn't do well underwater, so that alone should so this is something really good. I don't know if she can fix it, but let's see. And he turns around and he just kind of puts his hand out to the tree and holds it on there and starts speaking in a language that you do not understand. Just it sounds exactly like you would expect him if he were talking to you. Same delivery, same kind of non-emotional speech pattern. And then he waits for a second and kind of closes his eyes. And he looks back. He says, "She says she'll try."
Okay. Well, I really appreciate her trying. Is it gonna take her a while?
I don't really know. We don't know what this is, so we'll find out in a second, I guess.
Okay.
And he turns back around and he holds it up to the tree, very close to it. And there are some just like kind of vines and things that come out from around where he's holding it. And it kind of cradles it from him. He drops it into the vines and it starts to kind of pull itself towards the tree. And it, where the crack was in this thing, it just touches to Mother. And it sits there for a second. And you wait a little longer. And it doesn't seem like a whole lot is happening. And then both of you guys notice, excuse me, after it's there for about 30 seconds, that you see it and you definitely hear it, like in the branches and the leaves above, that the whole tree kind of starts to shudder a little bit and almost tremble. It's not like a quake or anything, like the earth is fucking going, but the tree definitely starts to like have some reaction. And you're not sure if it's anything good or bad. And it just goes on for a second, and Handsome is looking a little bit concerned. He's looking around, he's looking at the trees, he's speaking in the language again, asking the same thing a couple different times. From what you can guess, not getting an answer. There are some leaves that start to fall from the tree, and that's when he starts to get very concerned. And he reaches for the staff that's there and tries to pull it, and it's not moving. And he just trying to yank on this thing, and it's almost stuck to the tree. As this is going on, he starts shouting. Handsome does not get emotional, but he starts shouting, very concerned, again, same language. And you start to hear kind of a crack, similar to what you had heard previously. And you see a little crack start to form in the bark.
Of the tree?
Of the tree.
You're wrecking it.
Can
Can
I help?
What do you want to do?
God, you break everything you touch.
Legs.
Handsome, how can I help?
He's just still
Balls.
reaching out. He just says, "Get it off! No!" And he just like he's like too. As you see him, he's going like he's almost probably on the verge of tears, trying to get this thing off. What do you try to do?
I'm gonna try to help him pull it off.
You're trying to pull it off? All right, throw a strength check for me.
All right.
I'll throw one for Handsome as well. Oh, poor guy.
No.
Handsome got a 4.
Well, that's great because that'll match my 7.
Okay, it's on there. It's not moving, and he is just like with all the strength, like almost comically, like putting his feet like up against the tree, like trying to do it, and then the other one goes up, so he's almost like just holding on to the tree and the staff, and he's just like hanging there, trying as best he can. It's not moving. You see that his frustration, his almost fear or concern, his face shifts and it almost turns to kind of anger. And he shouts again, language you do not understand, but it seems very, very aggressive this time. And as he does that, you see his form start to shift. And he starts to wild shape into something else. And he just straight up turns into a very, very large, very frazzled, like feathers sticking up on end. He turns into a fucking owl bear, to the point where like it's so big that if you're there trying to like help him do it, it kind of like pushes you to the side with the expansion of his form. And he is just gigantic now. He grips it with his fucking beak, and he is clawing at the tree, like right around the thing, and pulling it back. I'll go ahead and roll for him again. It doesn't move. The crack's getting a little bit bigger.
I cast emboldening bond on him to give him a
What does
D4
that do?
It gives him a D4 to add to an ability check or saving throw.
Oh, sure. Let me get that D4 out. Because that wasn't a bad roll. Let's see what that is. Well, that's an extra 1 for him.
Heyo.
But I'll say, yeah, I'll say that does it. Yeah, you like lay hands on him. You see it take effect. This aura goes around him, and he just kind of like, you see through the feathers and the fur, all of his muscles start to tense, and he just pulls as hard as he can, and it comes off of it. And right around where he pulls, where around the cracks and stuff were, a lot of the bark kind of chips away and falls down to the ground, and then just kind of like crumbles like dried leaves. So there's not like a gigantic gash in the tree, but you can definitely see where this was from his claw marks and where this thing was happening. So he has it in his beak, and he just turns to you. He still looks fucking angry, and he just throws it like into the forest as far as it can go. And he is still in his owlbear form, and he just starts to like kind of, like when animals get frazzled and they just kind of like shake their heads and shit and do everything, and he just runs off into the forest.
Guess I'm gonna follow and pick up the stuff along the way.
Okay. Yeah. You follow him. He's not, I mean, he's a giant owlbear, so it's not hard to track him. You eventually find him after, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes. He's back into his regular shape. He's de-owlbeared, and he is just kind of sitting on the ground, kind of hugging his knees to his chest.
Okay, what can I do to help? Tell me how I can help.
He's sitting there. He's not like fully rocking, but he's trying to compose himself. And he's like, that wasn't good at all, Callista. That wasn't good at all.
I can tell, honey. I can tell.
That
We don't have to do it
something
again.
is wrong with that. That's bad. It has something bad in it.
Something bad. Okay, that's all I need to know. Thank you for your help.
He gives out a very, very just like quiet, you're welcome, because he's polite.
You want me to leave you alone, or can I help you?
I don't know what would help right now. What are you gonna do with that? I don't think that's all bad. I don't think that's all bad.
But there's something
It feels
bad
like there's
inside.
something, yeah.
So we can maybe get the bad out.
I don't know if Mother couldn't do it. I don't know what could.
Okay. Can I give you a hug? Will that help?
He didn't say anything, but he just kind of does that.
I give him a hug.
Yeah, he gives you a big hug back, and he cries a little bit.
All right. Somebody else's turn. I need ideas.
Just breaking shit, wrecking.
Well, we'll let you think on this while Og asks his headband some questions. Callista, do you want another attempt? Yes. Okay. Do you want to do that in front of the group, in front of the class, or do you want to do it on the side?
I want to do that in front of the class after I get someone to buff me.
All right. Og, you express interest in learning about your headband, your little doctor's mirror.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So how does this go?
Well, so my understanding is that when I ask it a question, or that what I want to know something, it will either give me like an advantage on an intelligence roll, or I can roll my own intelligence like it's a 20. So that's basically all I know about it.
Correct. Yeah, those are the things. It can have one of two effects. It can either give you advantage on a skill check using intelligence, or you can just boost your intelligence level to like the equivalent of a 20 for a specific situation or amount of time.
Okay, so like I don't think I've ever really tried just talking to it without asking it to do something.
Okay.
So I guess the first thing Og will try is just, talk to it, be like, something like, hello, magic headband. Can you hear Og?
No answer.
So Og furrows his brow and tries to think. So let's see. Okay, so he's gonna try activating it by asking if it has a name that it would like to be called by. But doing that is like an intelligence check.
Okay.
I guess.
Sure. Do you want the equivalent of you having 20 intelligence, or do you want advantage?
We'll do the 20 intelligence.
Okay, go for it. Yeah, roll it.
Okay, so 20 would be +5, right?
Correct.
Okay, so that would be a mighty 13.
So is Og doing this like at the end of the night, kind of like what Nigel did with Abe, where he's just kind of in his sleeping quarters
this
to
is just
himself?
what he does. This is what he does at the end of the night, basically, before he goes to bed.
Okay. You ask the question. You're sitting there. I am going to say that there is absolutely a mirror in your sleeping quarters, and you sit there like, do you have a name? Is that what you said? Do you have a name?
Or do you have a name you want to be called by?
Do you have a name? Do you have a name what they want to be called by? You ask it, and you sit there for a second, and you look in the mirror, and you see yourself do this, and you hear yourself do this, but you didn't do this. So you start speaking into the mirror to yourself, and you just get a different look on your face a little bit, and it just says, "What is it?" Or, not handsome anymore. What is a name? What does that mean then?
Oh no.
What would that make me by giving me a name?
Og doesn't really know. Og thought you might have Og thought you might want to have a name that you could be called by.
There's no answer.
Okay. So I guess he'll wait until, because he vaguely remembers something like he can only use it once a day, and he's not sure what'll happen if he tries to use it more than once a day. So he'll wait till the next day.
Okay. What's the next question?
Let's see. What would be, so now I want to think of a name that Og would come up with for it.
Shiny.
Yes. that works. So then Og will do it. His intelligence check, basically asking the mirror. Og would like to name you Shiny, if that is okay. Is that okay?
All right, roll your intelligence.
Okay. God. So that's a 7.
Oops.
Digital D20 is doing well tonight. Almost critically failed.
You look in the mirror again, you get a response that says, shiny, bright or glossy in appearance, filled with light as by sunshine, rubbed or worn to a glossy smoothness as clothes.
Og will take that as a
It just rattles off the definition of shiny. That's great.
All right, and we'll say if you want to ask one more question the next night, you can do that if you have anything that you want to learn about shiny.
I had a really stupid
or about
idea.
anything else. Get a really stupid idea? Those are the best ones. Lay it on us.
So the following night, Og will go, shiny, where do babies come from?
Roll intelligence.
Excuse me.
Prepare to see Og traumatized. So that's a dirty 20.
Oh God.
Oh, no.
All right. You ask yourself in the mirror, and it comes back and says, well, It depends on what you're asking about. Baby humans, and it goes through everything, like every detail, like from like, cellular regeneration and how it splits and everything to like a zygote and everything through, and then all the way through birth. It says that is a human baby. If you ask about dragons, and it goes into everything about, and it just keeps going like all night. Like I will say that it keeps you awake all night going through like a multitude of species. Like you hit mammals, you hit reptiles, you hit birds, you hit sea anemone, just all this stuff, to where like when it's finally like, and that's where babies come from, and the sun is coming up, and you're just like red-eyed staring into the mirror.
Okay,
Bug
can
learned a
other
valuable
people
lesson
real
today.
quick? Can other people hear this, or can just
I don't know. Is anyone sharing a room with Og?
I would say Nigel's probably in there with them.
Then you hear everything.
Okay.
You hear
Is
everything.
it all medically correct
You hear
language,
everything.
or does it dumb it down at all? Like, is it all medically correct?
Judging by the definition of shiny, I would imagine he went through every technical term.
Oh yeah, it's like if there was a chapter 13 in the biology book about birth, it just like stated it off. So yeah, so
Okay.
Og probably didn't get any sleep that night and has a level of exhaustion, but by the next night you can sleep and you're fine.
Okay.
I don't
I
think
think-
Og wants to ask another question.
Yeah,
after that.
I think Dog's curiosity has been satisfied. Other than that, he probably has just been helping Steven and Handsome with patrols and stuff during
Gotcha.
the day.
Yeah, Og probably isn't traumatized. Well, he may be traumatized by learning how certain things are procreated, but I think
Yes.
the more traumatic thing would be that he wasn't able to sleep a night.
Yeah.
And so he had flashbacks.
Yes.
Cool. All right. So Callista, you said you wanted to try again. Well, does anyone else have anything that in through all this, or was like, ooh, I want to do that too?
Mm-mm.
No. Okay. All right, Callista, who are you asking? And then what are you trying to accomplish?
I would like to first cast Enhance Ability on myself and give myself what's called Fox's Cunning, which gives me advantage on intelligence checks.
Okay, cool. So are you trying this solo again?
No, I would like
Okay.
Karsus, what? You're terribly good at magic things, are you not?
I know many things, magic.
Like probably a pretty good arcana, huh? Maybe.
Some may say that's the only thing I know about.
Oh. Would you help me with this problem I'm having? His staff is very powerful, I'm told, but there's magical properties that no one can identify, and there have been some issues, and I can cast this spell on you to enhance your ability to help me determine what this flippin' thing is and what the bad thing is inside of it, and how can we get it out?
I'm in. Let's do this.
It might be a little dangerous. Fair warning.
Morning result. Let's go.
Let's go. So
Okay, so are you
enhance
going
ability.
to your same place that you attempted last time? Are you going somewhere else? How far away? Are you going straight into the middle of the blacksmith's quarters?
A little further away,
Okay.
within eye line of other people who could help if something goes terribly, terribly wrong,
Okay.
but won't take out any.
What
innocent
time of day
bystanders.
are you doing this? Are you doing it like high noon? Are you doing it at night, dusk, midnight?
Last time it was in the middle of the day, right?
You did it in the middle of the day, yeah.
Okay, let's try afternoon dusk. Like still some sunlight up, but it's not dark
Sun
yet.
setting. Okay. All righty. All right. So how is this going? You're trying to do it again. You just want Karzas to witness?
If Karsus has a higher arcana, since it's an arcana roll, then I would cast.
Why not?
Invisibility on
Karzas,
her.
roll Arcana. See if you can futz
Okay.
around with this
You have
staff and
advantage.
see anything.
Okay.
You have advantage.
Because if I cast Enhance Ability on her, she has advantage on
Oh, okay.
intelligence.
Oh, I thought you said you were doing it on yourself.
Well, if she's going to help, he's going to help. It's on him.
Okay.
So, and for the record, what I'm gonna do is put the staff on the ground and then sort of like not be holding it for the record, not
Okay.
hold, just like looking at it and sort
Absolutely.
of
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so that's wrong.
Helping.
There. Mhm.
No, refresh me where they're at right now.
So they are not like on the grounds of the estate.
Mm-hmm.
They are a little bit outside, but within like eye shot, earshot. And I mean, well, if Stephen, Nigel, Og, perception checks.
Okay.
I rolled a 25 for my arcane check.
16.
Nice.
Way better than my
16.
7.
Your boy got a 23.
Okay.
Oh, I got a 16.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, all of you guys definitely noticed that Callista and Karzas like are doing something away from the group. Steve and Og, you said you guys at this point are like kind of doing your rounds and checking things and making sure things are safe. And you see Callista and Karzas going off by themselves with the staff that Callista got from the grotto.
Nigel's following them, but he doesn't want them to know that he's following them.
Okay, stealth.
Okay,
Stealth, and you guys do perceptions against it, yeah.
A 12. Not the best roll.
14.
Oh, just barely.
Got a 19.
Okay, you guys go off and you do see Nigel like trying to hide like far away, just kind of like looking around. So you know he's there. Do you address it or do you just let him watch?
Let him watch.
Okay. Steve and
That's how
Og, you
Nigel
see them go
likes
off too. Are you wanting to follow or are you still like doing your rounds?
I make a mental note of it, and I just
Okay.
keep doing my rounds. Like,
Okay, cool.
they're up to something.
More
Whatever.
fun when Nigel
Yeah.
thinks he's getting away with something.
It really is. Nigel, they don't see shit.
Hell
You're so
yeah.
good at this.
I'm the best stealth person ever. And I'm like doing like if there's a path, I'm doing like forward rolls like Solid Snake does through the path to the bushes and back. Which is real fucking loud though.
The branches are snapping.
Yeah.
You're like giggling at how good you think you're doing.
Like these dumb bitches. And I'm just
All right, Cars is 25. So you know just from again looking at it, you held it for a moment, like trying to channel your own magics into it. You can lick it if you want to. Handsome did. This is something very like there's some very large amounts of power within this thing. It's not unlimited by any means, but it can definitely do some high level things. On top of that, you can definitely sense that there is something not good in here, not just based on Callista said there's something bad, can we get it out? You feel it. Like you're not sure if it's a curse, you're not sure if there's something that is just embedded inherently in this thing, that maybe it was something bad that was tried to like be turned good, or vice versa, but there is something this could potentially cause big problems, but it could also be very useful.
Okay.
You don't know what it is. Neither of you know what this thing is. I'm not going to give you the entry in a book for what this is. You've got to work for it, especially since you're not attuned. So, Karzas, you know that this is something, it could be very useful to you guys, but it also could cause some big bad things to happen.
Okay. I will say, is there any way, since this was found in our cove, could I do like a history check and see if like I happen to recognize anything historical about it?
Sure.
Theory is also intellect, and you still have advantage.
Do I
Here's the
still have
thing.
advantage?
Enhance ability lasts for 10 minutes.
Okay. So first one's a 12.
Sorry,
Second
1 hour.
one is a 16.
16. This did not come from Arcove. There was nothing based on what you probably, because I think we determined like of like things like books, history, lore, everything from like Arcove and things that are under the sea. the surface world is kind of foreign to you. So even if there were like books or manuscripts or things that even travelers or merchants or people passing through may have left, you may have, I mean, that probably wasn't your prime focus. You wanted to know like what is in your environment, what you can control, how you can adapt things and go through. So this is definitely not something from Arcove. I mean, you could probably equate things that there are stories of mythical items, of legendary items, of these potentially, you know, there are things of stories of like, you know, gifts bestowed upon gods or devils, like just all of these stories. You don't know if there's truth behind it. You know, they're fables, they're legends. And I don't know how much Karzis put stock in that. But you know, with this thing, what it is it a possibility that it could be something like that? Maybe, but again, it's what you believe. If you're a man of science and you know, knowledge, and if there's not a book about it, then fuck it, you know, then that could be it. But it's, yeah, I would say that you do not know what this thing could be, but it's definitely not from Arcove.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna communicate that. I agree with everything you've told me of it having some darkness to it. Unfortunately, it's not from Arcove. It does not appear to have originated there, and I'm unsure where this has come from or its origin.
Nigel, roll perception check.
Okay, because I'm thank you. I think you can see me about to yell. All right.
I would also relay when he shares that information. I would relay this what
Your boy
Phelan
got a
told me.
4. Didn't hear shit.
You hear mumbling, and they could be beatboxing. You're not sure. There's a couple in there.
I gotta
so
change
you're like,
my dice. These dice are bullshit.
all right, Callisto, what was that? You would relay what?
After he shared what he gleaned from it, I would share the story that Fablin told me about the almost a fable, a godly artifact, etc., and see if any of that corroborates with what.
Oh, I mean,
Karzis might know.
Fablin kind of said there were things that did kind of match up, that, you know, there are stories of things, of people, of artifacts, of weapons, of spells, just that, you know, either were created by the gods or came from the 9 hells or the planes of existence. Like, there are stories about that everywhere in different religions and different followings, in the rantings of fucking, you know, psychotic, crazy people. And is there any truth to it? There could be. I mean, stories are based on something, but could it be complete and utter bullshit? Absolutely.
I share my vision with Karzis and see if he's got any base knowledge on that.
Okay. Of what happened previously?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So Karzis, she attempted to use this before and felt something like radiating from it, something positive that could be used, but there was a kind of a crackling, and it turned way dark. There were figures that almost started to appear and take shape that weren't there before. There was kind of an aura of darkness, of negativity that started, you know, kind of coming out from her. There were multiple figures. They started coming towards her. She tried to will it away as best she could. She prayed to her ancestral dragon to make it go away. And when she opened her eyes again, they were gone. The sun was out, but she was like exhausted, covered in sweat, and just, it was a interesting experience.
Okay.
So does Karzis know anything about that? Is that what you're asking, Calista?
About the right, that generally that but the 1, then 2, then 6, then 12 figures, etc., and all surrounding. Like any specifics I had, I would give those to Karzis to see if he had any
Gotcha.
historical knowledge.
Karzis, sounds cool. You know anything about darkness and figures showing up?
Not that me as a player can remember. Do I need to do a roll? Like,
Well, history.
History, Arcana.
Yeah.
Sure, history.
Okay.
Skill advantage.
Got
Calista helps you remember
21.
extra good.
Right. 21 is my I roll.
21. Based on what you guys have shared about this and things showing up, these could have been something that were coming from another plane of existence, but you're not sure what these things could be. Callista, to you, they were just forms. They didn't have any like tangible features that you could tell. They were just kind of clouds of dark mist, but they were clearly like humanoid kind of in nature. But it wasn't like, oh, they had, 7 fingers and 6 toes, and they had 17 eyes and 6 horns. Like there weren't really distinguishable features like that. But yeah, I would say that Karzus, you could probably get a fair guess that it was something trying to come over from a different plane.
Okay. And this staff we're talking about, is it literally just a wooden staff? Is it carvings?
It kind of looks like a shepherd's crook. Like it's like a big staff. It has like the hook around it. It's very ornate. It's fully white. There's kind of a face at the.
Cool. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. She copied and pasted it. Yeah, it's in the chat now. But yeah, it's white. It's very ornate. But it has near the middle, the kind of bright radiance of the white starts to fade, and it's almost like a burnt wood coloring right around where this crack is forming in the center of it. So that's what you got. Callista, you gonna give it another go?
Do I to use?
I don't know.
Or do
you tried the 24 hours ago. You wanting to try it again?
What do you do?
Well, she's careless.
Because the goal that you told me is you're trying to attune to this thing.
Right.
You're trying to figure out what it does.
Couldn't Callista ask Steven to do a religious check on it?
I could try.
I could ask my patron.
No, we don't want to involve your patron whatsoever.
I'm just imagining that the bush just says, we could use my patron.
Nigel, you could ask. They don't know you're there. You could ask.
Steven is a good idea. He's the epitome of good.
Okay, so here's what I will say. If you hold off for this instance and want to try something else to get more information, we can do that. But if you try to use it again in this amount of time that you have used it, you're only going to get 1 attempt. So you could try it right now and then still have another attempt. So you could have 2, or you could just be like, I don't want to fuck with it, and then try it again. But you'd only have
try it right
you
now.
do want to try it one? Okay. All right.
The extra attempt.
You know what to do.
I'm gonna cast enhance ability on myself, so I'm gonna roll it twice.
All right. I'll roll counter. Counter to your roll.
Advantage. Go. Please don't suck, you fucking thing. Hooray! 21.
Okay. So and Nigel, you're watching this. Karzus, are you standing next to her while this is happening, or is your curiosity really wanting to be in the thick of it? Did it sound interesting with these figures forming? Where are you while this is happening?
I'm gonna have stepped back some. I'm probably, I'd say I'd be about 10 feet. More like in Karzus's mind of like not wanting to interrupt her, like trying to do her magical goodness,
Gotcha.
Nigel's right next to Callista.
Like close enough to
Make yourself known.
By the end of it.
You're like right up in the middle, like next to her.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm right up next to her.
Okay.
Like that toddler that gets hit in the head.
He's got like a leaf. He's got like a leaf in the shape of a masquerade mask over his face.
No, I have like a piece of bush holding over my face.
And he's just right there. His beak's poking through.
Right there now.
The top hat is above the bush.
Yes.
Okay.
I can totally see it.
Okay.
Bring that good energy.
Okay. So Callista, you do the same thing. You hold on to this thing. You try to, steel yourself and put positivity into this. You try to channel your magics through it, and say a prayer that the same thing does not happen again, or at least if it does, you have someone that could have a different viewpoint. Maybe they'll see something that you didn't go through all this stuff. So it kind of feels the same way the first time. You feel that kind of radiating energy, that is kind of flowing into it and flowing into you, and you do feel a little bit of that push towards the other direction, and it gives you a little bit of concern that the same thing is going to happen, but also a little bit of security that other people will see it, and you may get some information of it. As you feel that push back, it gets to a certain point, and then it starts to recede, and then you just feel that kind of safe, positive energy kind of take over and go throughout you. Nigel and Karzis, you see this happening. She's like really focusing on having this happen, and as this is happening, you do see an aura kind of start to form around her.
I put my hand on her calf.
You put your hand on what?
I put my hand on her calf.
A
Which
real
one?
leg or
Real or
On the real calf. I put my hand on her real calf.
Okay. There is Nigel. You feel there is just a radiating energy that is kind of flowing out of her. You feel rested. You feel good. If
Can I go
you
swat his hand and be like, no?
sure, yeah, you can swat his hand away.
Can't you see she's trying to concentrate?
I know. I'm helping.
Karzis, thank you.
And Callista, as you open your eyes and feel that everything is okay, you see this. It's kind of familiar. It seems very similar to when you're casting healing magics. So you have an aura, essentially an aura of healing that is coming out of you that you channeled, and kind of made to happen through this item. And then it eventually goes away and everything's fine. But you are not yet attuned to this.
Yeah, I figured that's why I didn't ask.
That's fine. I saw it in your face.
Am
Not at all.
Okay.
No. You're attuned to the prosthetic leg.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I carved
So
my
you
name
know-
into it.
You know how to get it off her leg and attach it like that.
Shouldn't Nigel have to roll a check to make sure he knows which leg he's carving his initials into?
I don't think it would matter to Nigel. You're mine now. Okay, so next day. So Callista, if you want to attempt one more time, you could do it. Do you want to enlist any more help in trying to figure out what this is, or you just want to do it?
I want to make sure that there's someone around me to help me just in case. I will ask Karzis and or Steven to monitor me while I do it again.
Okay. Do you go out to Steven and tell him like what happened, what you're trying to do, like give him all the nitty-gritty details?
I share all the information I have on this thing.
Cool. Okay. Steven, what do you do with that information?
I'll just tell her I could if you want before I will I could do a little prayer to Helm and see if he could give me a little guidance before we attempt anything, and then I could do a little bit of research, rack my brain a little bit and see what I can figure out.
I would appreciate that greatly.
Okay. If you fucking just smash this thing and your religion check and you beat a 25, I'll tell you 25. What this thing is.
Oh,
I will
fuck.
cast enhance ability on him so he
I get advantage?
hang on. Religion is what? And yes, you get advantage.
Religion. Ooh, I got a +6. So I gotta roll high.
With it, you got advantage though.
All right. I'm gonna use
25 is the number to beat.
Oh, come on. God damn it. I got a 21.
21, that's still pretty good. So yeah, you are so when you're praying, are you just praying regularly? Are you laying hands on this thing? What are you
I'm going to I envision him like having it like laying it down on the ground and him putting his hands on top of it and kind of saying a prayer to Helm while he's holding it so he can kind of try and channel. through him what he's touching, feeling the energy that's coming off of it, so that his connection to Helm will he'll be like a conduit in between.
Okay. I will say that this is you don't like fully connect with Helm, and he doesn't like speak to you, but he gives you kind of feelings and intuitions about it. This is an incredibly powerful item. It's probably the only one of its kind.
Oh shit.
It is not, though it can do some very high level stuff, it is not unlimited in its capacities. I would say from Helm specifically, this is something that could be utilized mainly for protection or like rejuvenation.
Okay.
And then, but yeah, there is a immense darkness to this thing that if it's used incorrectly or just in a specific way, it could mean mass amounts of devastation.
Do I feel like this is do I get a sense of the darkness if it's like a curse that could be removed, or is it something that like I said, the only thing that's popping in my head as a player is like a curse. Like what could it be?
It's
that have been imbued with darkness.
Yeah. It's not 100% clear to you. It could very well be a curse, but you're not sure.
Okay. And she explains to me, I suppose, did you explain to me what happened at the tree?
Hold on, yards.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I get any, like, I don't know. Can I roll a history on it to see if I recognize anything? Being that it's not from an underwater.
I would say you wouldn't get any other specifics based on what you got from Helm.
All right. Yeah. All right, and then I guess I relay that, and this is this seems to be something that, from what I'm gathering, I wasn't able to make a true connection to Helm, but what I can gather is that this is extremely unique, but it needs to be used in the right circumstances, or it could be devastating. I don't know what this darkness is that is surrounding this, if it's a curse, if it's a possession. I can't quite make out what it is, but we need to, as a group, be very, very careful with this.
I agree. Would you be able to bless me before I attempt to attune with this again?
I would surely, yes. I know that spell well. I could surely do that before we do it next time. Absolutely.
If you would do that, I will do it once more in this last time before we continue on, and that'll be used up all my attempts, I believe.
Okay. As you guys, same time of day? Are you switching it up? Are you changing location?
Morning. Let's go with the sunrise.
Like crack of dawn?
And
cresting over the horizon.
Beautiful sunrise.
Love it. Go for it. Do the things.
Any bless spells is a D4, you want to cast?
Right? Nigel, are you there again?
Oh yeah.
Og, do you want to be there? Has word gotten to Og?
Sure, as long as somebody's actually told Og maybe a little bit about it.
I know Nigel has. Are you kidding me?
Oh, that night.
Yeah, it's a D4. I give you bless. You get a D4.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
we'll roll the D4 first.
And it's even more. Yeah, it's better if the whole group is there. That's great watching.
So there's 2 on the D4, and I'm going to go enhance ability on myself.
Go for it. I'll do a counter
advantage. Roll. And then advantage, Arcana. Please, 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 please. Wows. Both 6s. So a total of 11 plus 2. So that's 13.
Okay.
God damn it, Callista. Get
Whatever.
it together.
Okay, I'm gonna
be a rogue now, guys. I just can't
fine.
magic anymore.
Hey, I'm a rogue and I can do magic. Hey, let me try.
Fuck you, Nigel.
I'm gonna go try. Can I try?
You don't have a soul.
I'm not giving it to Nigel. I don't trust.
I don't want to take it. I just want to figure out what the hell it is.
Okay.
Give Papa a chance.
No. Go ask Steven.
Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. So Callista, I would say you feel pretty confident going into this. You got your friends, you did it once, you're trying to do this thing. You kind of know what to expect either way with what's happening. So you sit there, you go through the same thing. Same process starts, you feel the goodness, you feel the radiance, things going through, you feel that pushback. It's kind of going back and forth, you're trying to will it away. You're like, I did it once already, you're going. And as you are feeling that shift and that struggle, it starts to turn. It starts to turn. It starts to turn in the way that you don't want it to, that you know how it happened before. And you feel the positivity turn to negativity. You feel that darkness start to reach out. You hear a cracking in this staff again. And you know what could happen. Are you preparing for this in a particular way? Are you?
I mean, I would have taken, the precautions, had my people around me to help if something went wrong.
Something bad's happening?
Help!
Okay.
Help!
Can I do like an Arcana check and see if I can like see and kind of
Sure.
know what's going on?
Yeah. Callista, if you feel it going and you're saying something, help, something's happening. It's turning
Going
sour.
dark. Going to the dark
going
side.
dark.
Oh.
Oh man, I only rolled a 4 as well, so it's
We both got 4s.
Oh fuck. Oh fuck.
Okay. You guys see like the sun is coming up and it almost
Ain't never seen anything
I'm
like this.
gonna reach out and I'm gonna cast protection from evil. Like how many people can I gonna do it at what level?
Og has his necklace on for protection against evil, so he should be fine.
Nigel's gonna, I guess, grab the staff with mage hand and try and move it as far away from us as he possibly can.
Your mage hand goes out and it tries to grasp this thing, and as soon as it touches it, it just gets dispelled and goes away.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast. I can only cast that on one person, so I'm gonna touch Callista, and I'm going to cast protection from evil on her, just because I felt that darkness, and I want to make sure that she's protected.
Well, you guys start to see it too. The sun is coming up, it's cresting over the horizon. Light is being shed upon the world. But as soon as that light hits and as it's going to get brighter, it's confusing because things around you guys in the media area
cast protection from evil and good on myself.
You have that?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that one of your warlock spells now?
No, that's a rogue spell, brother.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
So everything starts to go dark a little bit. The light and radiance that was around you starts to dim, and it almost starts to reverse the sunset. That what the light that was coming is now being pushed away. Callista, you're looking around. You're trying to see any of these figures that might pop up. You guys as well, since the story was passed along to you, that you're trying to find all these figures. You don't see any figures, but you do see a vortex, a swirling of energy, kind of over in the distance, not too terribly far from you guys. It starts kind of small at first, kind of swirling around itself, and then it starts to get more violent, and then it starts to get more condensed and more just concentrated in a specific area. And once it kind of gets to the climax of this space where it is climaxing on, it starts to expand, and it forms what you can only guess and appear to be a portal.
I'm gonna get a towel.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well done. Nigel goes through the portal.
You go through the portal?
Oh,
What?
God damn it, Nigel.
I'm sorry. You put a portal in front of him. He's gonna go through
He's just gonna whoop.
Og's gonna try to
go
grab
through the
Nigel
portal.
before he jumps through the
Nigel,
portal.
no!
All right, who's trying? Okay,
penguin.
you see this happen, and Nigel goes, "Oh yeah," and starts running.
Yeah, well,
What's
what does Og need to
here,
roll
folks?
to try to stop Nigel from jumping in?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like these should be dex rolls against me.
I think I'm pretty sure it's going to be a dex roll. All right.
Okay.
Is everyone trying to stop him? Everyone?
Yes,
Contested
absolutely.
dexterity?
Yeah.
It's just
Okay,
Dex.
guys, you've got to beat 25.
Oh
I-
shit! I can't. I literally can't. Even if I roll a natural 20, I
Oh,
can't.
got
So
it.
it doesn't even matter.
20.
And I did. I rolled it. God damn it! I got
Ignore it,
23.
Nigel.
Son of a bitch. Bye. See you later, Nigel. Son of a bitch.
Why is he so slippery? Does Nigel butter himself?
It's just my natural penguinness, and he's in.
Goodbye,
Okay.
Nigel. Hello, Jeeves.
Yeah.
I'm going. Yeah, right. Let me. All right. I'm gonna have to look something up. 'Cause
Yeah, see, now I
clearly
get
this
the
is something
power
that I
level
didn't fucking expect
and
to
like
happen.
min-max myself a level 8
Uh,
character.
So yeah, Nigel, you jump into a fucking unknown portal,
Gives you
unknown
darkness.
destination, and
I just picture everyone standing outside it, like after he goes in, looking at each other, going like, fuck. What do we do now?
you all dive in
We
and
don't
like,
go
like
after
you know
him.
the scene from Robin Hood where she's like running with the fucking golden arrow and like the rhinos and shit are just like tumbling at her and she's like weaving through. It's that, but with Nigel going into this goddamn portal.
Damn it.
I couldn't help
Okay.
myself. I'm sorry.
Well, you're playing true to your character.
Yeah.
That's absolutely like.
Yeah.
This is the same motherfucker that got us trapped in a dungeon because he grabbed gold. Like he's not gonna jump through a fucking dark
Okay,
portal.
here we go.
Well, he had to die
Such an
sometime.
asshole.
You know,
All right, I'm rolling this and I'm gonna have to look it up.
Jeeves,
Well,
the
that is
woodpecker.
above my options. Let's do
Knife face.
one more.
You gotta stop. I just took a drink. You can't be doing that. That almost
this
came
will
out.
be
I don't want
fun.
to clean up my
All right.
couch.
Let me look this up really quick.
But I was just gonna say that I think with cards, I've decided that like in situations like that, I'm gonna start rolling a 20 just on my own. And if it's like a 19 or 20, Karzis is just overcome by curiosity and would also have just dove in. I
Oh
don't
God!
know,
All right.
but like because I've been back and forth of like exactly how crazy Karzis is, and I've decided that he just gets bursts of madness. So
You should roll a hundo and then roll 80% or higher. 80 or higher.
that'd be good. That'd be good. I'll do that.
Hey,
I like the thought that he was about to saw Nigel do it. It's like, that's a good idea, and then saw everyone
Well, so someone
around
else is
him
going.
trying to stop him.
Og's gonna start getting some rope together in the hopes of, either himself or someone else jumping through there to try to get Nigel back.
Who has the magic rope? That's
We lost it because I gave it to Karzis, and unless Karzis took it out when we got everybody out, it's still in the cave.
What was it? The magic rope?
My magic rope, yeah. Because you guys were all dying.
Wasn't it tied to something? Tied to someone?
It was tied to Karzis. Karzis had it, and then she went out. So I don't know what happened. It was tied to the floating disc behind them.
If it was tied to me, I mean,
Were you holding it, or was it tied to you? That was the question.
I'm pretty sure we tied
I
it.
don't remember.
Because I kept trying to argue for it to be still attached to me, and I got told no.
Oh,
I like
Okay.
thinking that they're having this conversation while Og is getting rope out. And
Just like,
Steven's
wait, who had the rope? Did you have the rope? Because I didn't have the rope. I thought you had the rope.
and
This
Nigel
is-
just disappeared into some sort of void.
this is gonna be a fun little improv for me to do here. Holy shit. Okay. All right, Nigel.
Yes.
Dear God. Well, hang on, Karzis. Are you going? Because I was looking up shit. Are you following?
No, I'm reasonable today.
I'm reasonable.
You're
today,
reasonable today.
but only today.
Good boy.
Yeah, Nigel, you jump through this thing, and it's like fucking Stargate, where you're like, going through all this stuff,
Yeah.
or like Guardians of the Galaxy, where they make too many jumps, and you're like, your face, like everything is going through. It feels like you're being torn apart a little bit, like you can't, don't know if you could take it. And then once you feel like it is just going to rip you in half, you are exited out of this, and you are you find your feet find ground. There is 1 second here, let me go back. Oh, it's right there. So you land, and the first thing that you notice, well, throw me a perception check with disadvantage.
Oh, disadvantage.
Absolutely.
Natural 20. I used my penguin dice.
They're downstairs.
Look at this
22.
20 twice. Okay, the
Nice.
first
Oh,
thing that you
wait, I'm sorry. Disadvantage. My bad. A 6.
That's better. That's more like it. So yeah, you land, and your knees and your hands and everything, they just find stone. It's rock. So you find like this plane of existence at least has ground, thank God. But you can't tell anything else. You start to look around, and all you can hear is a deafening wind. There is just a wind that is howling so loud that if you try to even shout out, you can't hear your own voice. It is cold. It is dark. There is no sun. There is no natural light. You throw on your dark vision goggles, and you're squinting and trying to see anything around you. If you try to light like a torch or anything going up, it's just immediately put out. There is no light in this place whatsoever. You yell again and nothing's going on. You turn around, you're trying to see. The only thing you can see is the portal behind you is still active. As you are sitting there trying to figure out what to do, where to go, where you are, you start to notice that there are figures that are starting to move around you.
Oh, Christ.
Will you also do me a quick wisdom saving throw?
Okay.
If you would, please.
Ooh, okay. I got a 5 there, bud.
All right. As this is going on and your mind is trying to figure out where the hell you are, you immediately just feel the weight of all this happening. Your body starts to feel sluggish, and you get 1 level of exhaustion.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
And I believe that means that any of your ability checks have disadvantage now.
Og would
Okay.
know. He's been
Og
there.
would know. Yeah, correct. Disadvantage on ability checks. So,
Uh-oh.
yeah. Is there anything you would like to do? You're in this unknown place. You jump through a portal. You can't hear anything. You can barely see anything. You just feel fucking worn down, and there are definitely things here with you.
Yeah, can I do like a perception check to decide if like I tried to talk to the things, if they could even...
At disadvantage, absolutely.
Okay. So would that be perception?
That would
If-
be perception.
If Og's going to jump through there after Nigel, how do we want to time that out?
Okay, he got a 4, so he doesn't think they could hear him.
Are you
I
calling
guess
out to
he
your
would think
friends?
that they could hear them, wouldn't I?
Who are you calling out to?
The I guess whatever those
The things
bodies
around
are.
you?
Yeah.
Okay. Have to get something else now.
So they just look like dark, like...
They're just figures that are around you. You can't tell shit.
Slender
the-
Man.
Yeah, with it like with the wind whipping around, you don't know what's going on. You can't see shit. There is no light like anywhere.
Okay, I got you. I'm gonna try and I'm going to try and persuade those big things in front of me. I'm going to use... Do I still have it? I don't. Never mind. Okay. Well, I'm just going to try and talk real loud and be like, hey, I just came through this portal because portals are cool. And I just wanted to say hi. What's going on here? Can you turn the wind down? Like, I don't think you can hear me very well because I'm pretty sure I'm not on my dimension anymore, and this might be yours. So, hey, let's talk this out. So that's what I say.
Christ.
Okay. All right. Nigel, give me another wisdom saving throw. So you shout that out, and you're hoping that something hits, and you just like beyond the wind, the first thing you hear is just this fucking like baleful howl. So I need you to do me a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, I got a 6, brother.
You are fucking terrified. You are frightened right now. And as this happens, as you hear this fucking just like ungodly, horrible, you've never heard anything like this before. It immediately fucking terrifies you. Holy shit. You feel, you see something start darting at you, and it just fucking bites into your ass. And you did this to yourself, so I'm going to tell you right away, that smells so potent to my nostrils.
Oh,
It
no.
fucking crits your
Oh, no.
So-
Oh no.
Oh my god. Okay. All right. So you're gonna take that's a okay. That's 22 piercing damage.
Okay.
And oh god, this is gonna be awful. 2, 3. Okay. Oh my god.
That sounded like a lot of dice.
Sounds like a lot of dice.
26 psychic damage.
Oh,
Tight,
Jesus.
Tight. Okay.
So not only does it hurt your body, it hurts your fucking mind.
Yeah.
And this is, you better be fucking thankful. Whoo, boy, I just rolled the crit. And I'll tell you,
That wasn't even crit damage?
That was crit damage. Yeah, that was double dice damage.
Okay.
And you better be thanking every god that Nigel knows, because one of those dice was a double 0. And the other one was a 5. So it was just a 5 on the crit table, which means it's a regular crit. So you are terrified.
Oh,
You're in
just
this
a
place. You don't
plain
know what's going on. You're exhausted and something bit into you. Since this thing is right up on you, it is 4-legged. It is furry. It looks like a wolf, but it has the face of a humanoid. It has red eyes and bat ears, and it just looks like something you've never seen before on the material plane.
I cast Hellish Rebuke the second that thing bites me.
Go for it.
All right. I think that's actually a you thing, but you 14 give me a 14 DC dex save.
Sure. That's a 24.
Okay. All right then. Well, you don't got to be snippy.
I'm gonna use this dice forever now.
Okay, so you take 2 damage and then
yeah, this thing lights up with a little bit of hellfire, and it just kind of like makes a noise and lets go of you and like kind of shakes itself, and the hellfire goes out and it like doubles down and looking at you like it's pissed.
Okay, so I'm going to now run the fuck away. So I'm going to disengage. Where's my fucking chart? All right. How far away am I from the portal?
You're not very far away. Like you can get to it. You did it didn't eject you like a football field away. Like you turned around and could see where the portal was still.
Oh, tight. I'm just gonna Misty step over there. Fuck this. We're
Okay. You
Yeah.
Misty step. You appear right next to the portal.
And then I jump through the portal.
Okay. Nigel, you jump through the portal. What are you guys doing? That was fun for me. What are you guys doing? on the other
We're
side?
arguing about the ropes and
Yeah, Og is like in the process of tying a rope around himself and like knotting it and handing like the other end of it to Steven and like, please hold on to this.
Oh,
Callista,
and he's like-
Tarsus, what are you
And
guys
he's
doing?
like, he's taking
Did you have my magic rope? Because I did. This doesn't look like it. Who had
he's
my
taking
rope?
his backpack off and putting it on the ground and just putting his knucks on.
Fang of
Where
Valmar.
did that wolf bite me?
What's up, Nigel?
Where did I get bit?
I will say that it bit you like, well, fuck it, like in your flipper.
Okay.
It just like crunched down like on your shoulder,
I
like
got you. Okay.
upper arm area.
I was taking it very literally when you said it bit his ass. Like I was really imagining that it was just like a full.
No,
ass.
I came at him from the front. It didn't go for the behind. I'm sorry, Karzus.
Mhm.
I'm sure Karzus is just fascinated in writing notes,
Yeah, I'm just pulling out paper and like, okay, all right, what did you see?
drawing it.
Okay.
So you guys are getting ready. Steven's trying to find his magic rope. Og is trying to knot this son of a bitch while like trying to make himself like the fastest possible, just like, you know, shedding all the extra weight
Mhm.
that he can. And Og, as soon as you're about ready to like jump through, like you and Steven have an agreement, you're like 1, 2, and then you just kind of like boom, like something goes through, and Nigel fucking comes through, and he just looks shook. Like he
So,
like, comes
like,
up and he like stands up,
He's
and
just
kinda shaking a
bleeding
little bit.
all over the
Bleeding.
place.
I've got like now a white streak going through whatever approximate hair I have. Just like a big like streak.
Panting.
Don't go
Nigel,
in that fucking portal, and for the love of God, someone heal me.
I'll lay on hands right away, and I'll heal you 20.
Okay, cool. Because I was at 10.
okay. Well,
I throw up. Like you do the lay on hands on me,
just
and I just
vomits
fucking
immediately.
Yeah,
I
just
love it.
narfs.
I would love to think that this would help Nigel learn something,
No.
but we all know it's not
No.
likely.
No, absolutely
I mean,
not.
do you try to impart some sort of knowledge into him?
If the portal is closed and everything's back under control,
It is
yes, I will
not.
give it. Instead I am praying to Valamar and say, help me close this thing. Help me get this under control.
That's like a fucking Harry Bosch painting, y'all. Y'all gotta fucking close that thing. It's no fucking good. And I just puke again.
I'm gonna do a religion check to see if I can figure out if there's a way that I might be able to close that portal. Was it Arcana? Religion? Maybe.
Whichever one you want to do.
There was a hell damn dog in there, and it had a fucking face of a man. The shit wasn't right, and I just puke again.
Natural 20 for a 26 on
Natural
religion.
20?
Yeah. Aug's gonna start like
Oh,
throwing
man,
dirt at
okay.
the portal, seeing if he can bury it.
I am, yeah, so this is definitely what I'm going to do. So Steven sets up a fucking prayer to Helm, asking to, how do we close this? What do we do? Give us help. Oh my goodness. And as he is saying this prayer, as he's down on his knees and clasping his hands, you guys see, well, Nigel, you absolutely see. Everyone else, as he's talking about, there's a dog with the face of a man. You're vomiting. As soon as you're done vomiting and you wipe it from your mouth, you look up and you see two of those same faces poke their head through the portal and snarl at you. You also see a hand, a long gangrel clawed hand come through it. It's very thin but muscular. Og, you are probably the one that this hits the most hard, because it looks like the hand of that fucking night hag that was terrorizing you for weeks. And then there is also, oh, I need to look up the picture of that thing again. Hang on one second. There's also something that starts to come through. It is the form, it's humanoid in nature. It is completely black, almost like it's made out of shadows. It has like a lantern that's hanging from a chain that has like purple light coming from it. It is completely shrouded. It has a giant dark scimitar. It starts to come through the portal as well. And you guys feel like shit's about to go down. As Steven is praying, there is almost this darkness is surrounding you guys. The sun had come up. It's starting to kind of push it away with all this shit that's happening. But rays of light start to pierce through the darkness, and it immediately hits Steven first as he is praying, and then it starts to come in around all you guys. It hits around the portal. It hits these guys coming out of it. They kind of fucking shriek and go back. And then as the majority of this light comes through, it's not just sunlight, it is this kind of radiant divine presence and energy that hits you as well. It starts to shine and kind of force this thing smaller and smaller, that forces them back through it because they do not like the sunlight or whatever that is coming additionally on top of this.
Does the creature holding a lantern look like that?
I did not see what it is. Give me 1 second. I'm on something else. Does it look like what? Hang on. Does
something
it look like this?
Something that's very memorable.
It does not.
Played Final Fantasy. It's a Tonberry. Oh god!
No! It is not a Tonberry, unfortunately. But if it stabbed you with that dagger, you would throw your fucking controller across because it kills you right away.
Stab.
Yeah, so the light goes through, it eventually pushes these things back. As the light envelops the portal, it starts to close it and make it smaller and smaller until eventually it goes away and the darkness is dissipated. Steven, with that nat 20 religion check, Helm closed that fucking portal for you. If it didn't, it would have been open for at least another 5 minutes.
Oh, shit. So... Callista, we need to probably figure out what the hell that is, and I don't want you to do it anymore.
Yeah, maybe we should put that in some sort of, I don't know, bag of holding and just not look at it. Act like it's not there. Because
I would say let's give it to Jemison now that we know he's back, but he lost that Allurium that we gave him, and I don't want him to lose this.
How dare you? No, he didn't.
I don't know. It's pretty cool what just happened. I think we should definitely.
Yeah, Carsus? No.
I'll hang
Alyssa?
on to it,
Dog
and I'm
face
not going
story?
to use it
Love
How
by
about we-
myself.
Hey, why don't you just give it to Og and he can put it in his
No.
bag of holding, and then if you
No.
need it, he can give it to you,
No.
and then
I
we don't
won't
have to
use it
deal
by
with a hell
myself.
portal.
You weren't by yourself this time, though.
I won't use
We
it.
were
by
all
myself.
here. We almost all died if it wasn't for
That's
my
right.
god.
I'm not letting it go. Not yet.
Karzus is gonna come over and be like magic buddies. to Calista.
I'm gonna elbow Nigel, kind of like a nudge, and be like, "Take it when she's sleeping."
Oh yeah, hey Callista, I am going to steal that from you. Don't even here's a little calling card. I'm gonna hand it to you right now, and I hand you a little calling card like, "Fuck you, I'm stealing your staff." It's happening.
That's nice, Nigel. Let's go see Jimson.
All right. Hey, I want to roll. Hey Nathan,
Mhm.
I want to roll sleight of hand and steal the fucking staff.
I'm watching him.
Immediately.
So
What is that?
You want to take it right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Disadvantage, and Callista, you have advantage with a contested dexterity
Dexterity?
or sleight of hand, whichever you have a better.
I want to do sleight of hand, please.
Go for it.
let's see, we got the first one. Okay. The
Well,
second
actually,
one.
this wouldn't be sleight of hand because you're not like trying to do it on the down low. You're just trying to snatch it away from her. Just do contested dexterities. She's staring
Okay.
right at you, so you have disadvantage and Callista has advantage.
24.
So I got the first one, 20. The second one, 9. Okay.
So you just try to do it, and she just does the whole like she puts her hand on your forehead, and you're just like trying to swipe at it away from her, but she's so much bigger than you. It's like the
Yeah,
bully situation.
I really wish we would have stuck with sleight of hand. I got 31 on that.
Oh.
I'm gonna get
Nigel,
that
I
staff.
said when
I'm
she's
gonna get that
sleeping. She
staff.
has to sleep sometime.
She's gonna know.
Callista
I'm
hears
taking-
all of this because you guys are saying it
Yeah,
directly
I-
in front of her.
I'm
Sorry,
taking
that's
that
You'll
Fine.
help
staff.
me
She has to
protect
close her
right.
eyes at some point.
Yeah, my name now is Nigel. I'm taking that staff sparkle feathers.
Okay. So yeah, that
Can't
will be
break
the
it
last.
because more portals will come out. So we just got to put it somewhere where no one will ever find it again.
Apparently, so, I mean, you don't know what caused the portal, only that it can happen, not that
Yeah,
it will
well,
happen, or it's
fuck that.
destined to happen. Maybe that's
I
the
have
only
a
time it's going to
fucking
happen.
white
Maybe,
streak going across my head.
maybe
now.
all of you being
Look at what's on
around.
my head. I take
made it
aim out so
happen.
Your
everyone
fault.
can see it.
All right. So I'm going to use the restroom really quick, and then we'll get into what I actually had prepared for this session.
Oh, we ain't getting to that side.
Now that we got 15 minutes to go.
Now we
Yep.
got
15
15 minutes to go.
minutes. Woo, 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 woo.
Yeah, we did an impressive amount of fucking around this session.
Yeah.
Well, he said he was unprepared. Or underprepared, not unprepared. Underprepared.
He said no. He made it sound like he was over prepared.
He had prepared for something else.
Yeah.
Like neglected a section that he should have done.
All this bullshit.
Yeah. Hey, at least I can walk now. That's nice.
That's cool. That's cool. I hate the fucking dice on the Dungeons and Dragons site.
So use real dice.
They're downstairs with my
Oh.
family.
With my family.
They're with my parents and my pregnant wife downstairs, and I'm up here with all my goddamn Gundams.
Yes.
Hey, don't talk about them like that. You
There's a
spent
lot of
hours
them.
with
Look
them.
at- look
There are a lot of them. Holy hell.
Yeah, dude. This is
Like, I wouldn't want one of those to fall on me in bed because it would just
no, they're
poke my
really
eye
light.
out.
They don't weigh much. They're
Hmm.
it
Just
it
gotta
looks-
hit you just right in the eye.
Okay, maybe this red one not so great to land on you, but like this guy, that'd be okay. This one not so much. This guy would be real pointy.
What
no
about the
good. All these
dangerous
are
one
crap.
that's closer to the bed, like the one that's on the edge?
No, I got that guy on the edge of the bed with a giant fucking mace.
Perfect
So
to go stab into eyeball. Yes.
yeah, he's right there.
He's
He's
right
doing-
there. Okay,
He's
so
I would say the pointiest of all my Gundam. And he's got this big giant pointy staff. And you know what? You know what, Lacey? He doesn't hold that staff very well to begin with.
All right. So this is great. I did not expect a fucking portal to open up. So that was fun for me, scrambling to have things happen. I'm glad I got to take a bite out of Nigel's ass. That was super fun. Anyways, for anyone, I would say probably Karzis, who's done the most reading. Callista, you can do one as well. If anyone wants to do a history check, because I'm sure Nigel told everyone exactly what he saw in detail, maybe left out things that he was scared shitless. But
I think everybody knows I was scared shitless. I've never
he shit his pants.
cried, nor have I like thrown up that much in front of everyone.
That is correct. So if anyone wants to do a history check to figure out where he may have fucking gone, then you can absolutely do that.
I got a 10.
Got a 13.
Callista, what was yours?
18.
18. Okay.
Are we? Has it been long enough that Og could ask Shiny?
Absolutely.
Okay. Og will ask Shiny if he knows where Nigel went. And Og got a 21.
Ooh. All right. Okay.
Up there. It's behind the blanket.
Liz, shut up.
I can hear you.
We can hear you talking, Liz.
They can't hear you. His headphones aren't in.
Liz.
I see that blanket.
Liz.
Don't throw it. What if I knock everything over?
Yeah, don't throw it, goddammit. Shut up. Don't throw it.
And now he's gonna hear you.
Oh yeah,
He's
now
gonna-
we've been just
Now he's
yelling
gonna
at
hear
you.
me. It's okay. I was speaking
Oh
directly
shit,
to her.
David is back.
Liz, we heard everything you said.
Yeah, we were hearing y'all
Liz,
talking about blankets.
Liz, we heard everything
Behind
you
the-
said.
Behind the blanket.
Blankets.
Liz, tickle your butt.
Og's 21.
I've got a 21. Steven, roll a history check for us.
A history?
Yes, please.
I can do that.
Beat Og's
Oh.
21.
It's not gonna, because
Well,
I
it's
only
okay.
rolled an 11, so
I'm sorry, beat Shiny's 21.
14.
So Shiny tells Og specifically, are you asking him in front of everyone, or are you asking him in bed at night as is per your ritual?
Oh no, I'm asking. Like Og asked it just now. Like, what was that? Where did Nigel go just now, Shiny?
Okay. Yeah, he says in your voice, are you with everyone?
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
probably. I'm
Okay,
picturing it like
so
almost immediately after
Og,
this.
Og tells everyone, I was like, Shiny, what is this? And everyone's like, Shiny, who? And then he just gets a different demeanor. He like straightens up. His posture is better. He looks everyone in the eye now instead of at the floor when he's talking. And he says, seems to me that was the plane of Pandemonium. It's a plane of madness. It's a great mass of rock riddled with tunnels carved by howling winds. It's cold, noisy, and dark with no natural light. Most of the
Terrifying.
plane's
That's about right.
inhabitants are creatures that were banished to the plane with no hope of escape.
Interesting.
Thank you.
And then the
Og.
posture returns back to slouching a bit, and
Thanks.
and he looks. At
Og?
Okay.
Thank you, Shiny.
Nigel's now on the fucking ground, just kind of staring at the sky. And I am going to ask my patron what plane he exists on?
Sure.
Okay.
Do the thing.
I did the thing. I asked you.
You asked me if you could ask your patron. I said yes.
Okay. Now, so I just went to Pandemonium. Huh?
He said he got it right. You said his name correctly.
I did.
I'm proud of
I know.
you.
Thank you. I just
He's
went
surprised.
to Pandemonium and some shit fucked me up there. Is that where you live?
He says, "Oh, Nigel, I saw that. I can't believe you did that.
Yeah, it was
I
fun.
thought you would have learned better by now. That's got what you got. That's deserve what you got coming to you territory right there. Do I exist on Pandemonium? Now, Nigel, do you really think that you could find me, your patron, your benefactor, the one that only wants good things to come to you, in a place like Pandemonium?
I don't know. You like to do some naughty shit. So like sometimes that seems
Nigel,
like a
what?
pretty gnarly place.
Hey,
Hey,
Nigel,
hey, we blew up a
Nigel,
dome, man.
when?
We blew up a fucking. Was it a dwarf?
What?
Half.
What are you?
halfling.
What
Oh,
are you?
the halfling. We blew that halfling up real good together.
Not Nigel.
Hey, well, he
We
wasn't thief.
listen. All I did was make a request. I didn't make a demand, did I? I asked, and you fulfilled that request.
I know.
I didn't force you to do that.
No, oh no, never.
So
That's
what?
I'm not even saying
So I
that.
ask you, what is this we did this thing? I would
think,
say
like-
that you did it.
I would say we is in the royal we.
Well, I guess this is an agree to disagree situation.
Okay. See, we're still venturing off the path. Hey, where you living at? I don't necessarily want to find you. I was just curious.
Where do you live, Nigel?
I guess on the forgotten. Are we in the Forgotten Realms?
You're on the material plane.
Material plane.
Okay, there we go. And then like, I just stopped. I look over.
Let me answer that for you. It was semi-rhetorical. I wanted to know if you knew the level of
No.
knowledge that you had. Nigel, you're on the material plane. You could
Okay.
look high and low, search the
Hey
nooks and
guys,
crannies.
we're on the material plane. Okay.
You could search wherever you wanted to for 1,000,000 years on the material plane. I can guarantee you wouldn't find me.
Okay. Hey, well, you know what? That's kind of all we needed to know. I'll talk to you later. Okay.
Nigel, hey Nigel.
Yeah.
I'm always here to chat.
Okay. Neat. Okay,
Okay.
so my
Neat.
patron said for Pandemonium. Know that much. Okay.
All right, you guys have sleepy time. You wake up in the morning. Now, Jemson's back, guys. It's midday. You know he came in like midway through the night. He's back. You gonna go see Jemson? You can say no.
Yeah.
You can do other things. Cliff
Next
can fuck
time.
with her staff some more. It's fine. Jemson.
Jemson.
Yeah, let's go talk to Gems.
Well, I know Og had some questions for Jemson. I'm sure Karzis would be very interested to know if he found the broken trinket that happened a couple nights ago.
Oh,
Well, I'm gonna jump off, guys. Sorry.
Okay,
Okay. Let me know what happens.
we're almost done.
Okay. Love y'all.
All right. Bye,
Okay.
buddy.
Bye.
All right. So you guys go see Jemson, Nigel in tow. So you come up. All of the like different auras and shit that you guys saw from nights before that was like the protection, everything is gone. You walk up to the front door. What do you do? Who's leading this?
I would imagine Callista is probably leading, or
Well,
Nigel, one of the
probably would have
two.
been Nigel, but he's not here. So let's go with someone else.
I'll go ahead and lead in.
also for the record, Karzis has completely forgotten that he did any sort of property damage.
That's
at this
fine.
location.
That's fair.
He did
That's
not.
fine.
Oh, Cars, this is my favorite.
That's fair. Okay, Callista, you just walking on in, making yourself at home.
Jemson, knock, knock,
Knock, knock,
knock.
knock. Knock, knock, knock. Call out for Jemson. There's no answer.
Bang, bang, bang. Jemson.
Much louder bang. Everyone can hear it all the way up at the main estate, main house of Bark Hollow. Bam, bam, bam. Very loud. Jemson. No answer.
Is the door unlocked?
Do you check it?
Yes. I don't
You
force
turn,
it.
you
I just
turn the
check
knob. You turn
I'll
the
check for
knob.
traps.
Check for traps. You do that. You do that investigation check as Callista turns the knob.
Where's my investigation? That's an 18.
18. There are no traps.
All right.
As Callista turns the knob and it opens up.
All right. Peek your head in and
Let's see what I got.
You go in, you see the same kind of entryway that you saw beforehand. There are many more books that are piled up on the main table that's right there. Things look a little bit more in disarray that you are used to seeing in Jemson's place. And then there is those back doors that you saw beforehand that definitely had all the protection around them. You go back there and look, and the auras, the protection, the runes, all that stuff is not there. But the it's like a double doors that kind of closes together. They are slightly separated.
Do I hear anything? Wrestling?
Throw a perception check for me.
I'm stopping Nigel from going in because he's just gonna walk in.
Hey, Jimson, get your ass out here.
21.
21. You don't hear anything.
I'll call for him again and relay to what everyone else, what I see. Also, is the disarray that I see the same disarray from the property damage from a couple nights ago, or is it look different at all?
Not the property damage. Cars just didn't do a whole lot of damage. It was just like, I think it was a paperweight or something, or like a vial that had a bunch of like red sand in it or some shit.
Right.
And it broke, kind of went everywhere. It's just like he got back in the middle of the night. He probably came back, dumped all his shit. Maybe things like got strewn around. Are you looking for anything in particular? Like, were there signs of a struggle or anything like that?
No. I'm just wanting to see if anything has been changed since we last left it.
No. You guys, you knew that he went to a like a library. He went to Candlekeep, and that he was going to research a bunch of shit, and things were just like, there are more books that are on here now, presumably things that he got when he was there on his travels.
And when we were here before, it was like the main room, and there was a second door to like his bedroom, right?
Correct. It was like his main study. This was like the like consultation area. There are like bookshelves and like books around, but the main area that Callista for sure has been before is like his main area of study. And there are double doors that were closed last time you here that had like auras around them and runes and shit. That's no longer there that you guys can see or sense, but the doors are slightly opened a little bit.
Okay.
I'll go through.
Should I play Nigel as Nigel?
Yes.
Yes.
Hey, Jimson, we're coming in, you sack of shit. And he just throws the doors open once he sees that there's no magical protection and struts in. Because that's what Nigel would do.
I'm going to cast enhance ability on
Yeah,
myself.
I like to think that Nigel still has like vomit crusted into his penguin fur.
He didn't clean himself up. He was
No, of
so
course
exhausted
not.
from
Like-
his trip that it's just there.
He's still down like what 30 hit points. Like he's
Well,
probably
you guys
still
would have.
bleeding.
You didn't go just like straight from that to that. You guys had a rest.
Oh, okay.
Crusty. It's
You
crusty.
guys
It's
had a
not
rest.
perfectly cleaned up. He didn't notice
It's
a
not.
couple
There are
spots.
bits. There are bits in his little penguin fur that are definitely
Gross.
crusty and pointed.
Gross.
So yeah, you guys go in to this area as Nigel goes in. Jimson's not there. You see on his main work desk, there are books opened. There are notes all over the place. He definitely has his like main seating area that his chair is there. It's not knocked over or anything. It just looks like he was putting in a lot of work, a lot of research, but he's just not there.
All right.
I want to go look at the books.
Absolutely. I was going to say, if you guys want to do perception checks, absolutely do perception checks.
I want to go look at the books.
Sure.
See what's going
Investigation or perception?
on. Just perception. I mean, you can
Okay.
whatever has your highest bonus.
I critted. So 24 total, but
Oh,
yeah,
I got a 21 investigation.
Nice.
21.
19.
Hot damn, everyone's rolling hot for the
These
investigation
books
checks.
are observed.
Oh, Charles just sees books and he's like,
I'll definitely sees books.
Books.
my kind of spot. Yeah, you guys can definitely see where he was putting his main energy into. There is a book that is kind of in his main seating area. There is just it's mainly like the focal point. He was reading this book. There are all these notes around. There are different translations and notes being made. A lot of it was translated into Dwarvish because Jimson, that's his native language. That's what he understands the best.
I don't know that.
But the book that you guys see, Og had the highest. It was 24.
Yeah.
All right. Og, the book that you pick up and see, it is a book named The Secrets of a Secure Sanctuary. And it is by Lucan Maestralath. And it has a picture. It has we are recording this. It has a picture on the front of the book of a very handsome male elf that you can presume is Lucan himself. you flip it back open, and it is open to a specific page. As Og, you look through, and all you guys look through. It's in many different languages. You start flipping through the book, it is in just many different languages. It changes up on the same page sometimes, from Elvish to Dwarvish to Draconic to all this. Some of it's written in Common, but there's no rhyme or reason for when it changes. But there are a ton of notes that are strewn about the desk as well. What do you guys want to do? It's now your turn.
I want to look at them next time.
Yeah.
Next time. All right. Jemson's gone, guys.
That's
We're
not
getting
good.
into the good stuff. Books and notes and research, different languages, all the stuff that I know
information
you've
is
been
always
hoping for and missing. Fuck battles. Nigel got bit in the ass. That's all I needed for that one. I want some books, damn it. Well,
Nigel will be back to ruin the books.
Nigel will be back to ruin the books next time.
fuck this. I'm gonna go over here.
We'll dive into the stuff that I prepped for this session next session.
Perfect. Hey, you're already set. We're already ready to go. We just gotta find a date to do
We're
it.
already set. I now have time to finish the maps that I didn't get a chance to finish for this next session. I got about 50% of it done.
See?
I thought I had more, and I dove into the notes of it, so I knew how to direct you guys through this next step. So anyways, we got one crit. We got a couple crits. Og critted on this last section of his investigation. Congratulations, Og. He didn't even need it with Shiny. He did it himself. Let's see. So we got a potentially bad item, but a potentially good item. It hurt a tree. It summoned a portal. Nigel got his ass bit. Steven's God still does him favors. Karzas took some good notes. Og made a new friend. I think it's a pretty successful session.
Yeah, so I would say so.
I guess we'll see you guys in a month, where we'll hopefully remember all the things that we did tonight, and we'll figure out where the fuck Jemson is next time.
Sounds good.
Like crit.
Sounds good.
Awesome.